You have grown strong since we last met. My voice has likely changed, adventurer, but you pale in comparison with your azure forebearers. If you would prove me wrong, let your lance do the talking. My lance? My lance? Oh, I'll show you my lance. Yes. This is my lance. This lance is mine. Alright. So I know it's a weird answer to people when people are like, oh, can we talk spoilers here? It's like, nothing I don't know. Well, what do you not know? I don't know. Once again, adventurer, you prove yourself worthy beyond my expectations. Take this, but know that your trial has only just begun. Your next trial lies in the chamber beyond, so Hostanine awaits you there. Alright. Here we go. If it isn't the Scorpion Lady herself. You, a foreigner, would don the Drachen Armor. Then prove to us what you will. Do a dishonor. Okay. What am I attacking? Ah! The giant captive. There we go. Alright. Are we friends, or are you just trying to get me killed here?
Sir Alberic said I had chosen you. It would appear he speaks true. The armor is yours. Wear it with pride and honor. Your trial is nigh complete, but be forewarned. Many before you have made it this far only to fall at the final challenge. Do not let overconfidence be your downfall.
Yes. You gave me absolute trash for armor. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, I'm not gonna be able to wear the AF helm, am I? Because I'm not gonna be able to wear the helm because I'm Roth. That's gonna be disappointing. The AF sets really should fit. So, you have made it this far. Very well. Prove yourself worthy of the Azure, or die in the effort. Oh, oh man. We got a Giga Captive. Yes. It is time. We have truly met our match. Everybody knows Giga. Giga Captive. Alright. You have demonstrated your powers beyond a doubt. Aye, there is not an Ishgardian who would stand this close to me while I speak to him. You have gained the right to don the armor of champions. Here. I will give it to you. I will place it in your pocket from where I stand. I shall send word ahead to Sir Alberic that you have passed your trials here. It is he who presents you with the fourth piece of armor and consummates your training. Go now, my fellow dragoon, and deliver this land from the Great Worm's wrath. I got all the way up in his personal space. I didn't mean to be that close. Alright. It worked out fine. This is already the 45 quest. The 40 quest was so fast. It was like story time. I mean, it was a great story, but it could have used like an echo flashback. That would have been nice. I don't know. It was cool. It just made us like Sir Alberic more. But it needed a flashback. That's what it needs. It's what it's missing. Visually. voiceover and a flashback. There he is. I hear from Sir Brucemont that you performed most impressively. Also that you got in his personal space and he didn't want to confront you, but maybe next time give him some room. Yes, I stand more convinced than ever that you will be the one to save our land. Yet be warned, me dear. One last trial awaits you. You will face this trial in the presence not of knights, but of ghosts. Make your way towards the Steel Vigil and seek out a gravestone north and west of the structure. Take with you this flute, and when you reach your destination, blow a strong note. One strong blow. A visitor shall soon arrive. Entertain your guest. And should he leave behind a present, return it to me here. That's a weird quest, man. Flashback of what? 20 years ago? Some Nidhogg shenanigans. The battle he described. Would have been cool. Even just like shadows of like the dragon and stuff. Would have been awesome. The dragons in this game look so freaking cool. Other dragons look cool too, but these look cool. So even just like silhouettes of it behind him, like one of those like puppet shows, like some movies do to tell, you know. So not necessarily a movie, just like a base kind of illustration happening, like a picture book, if you will, instead of just his face talking. All right. You sense a hostile presence. Great. Oh, hey, buddy. No, I expected a man. I'll be honest. You weren't my go-to. Alright. But you're dying really fast. And back down we go. It's also easy because a lot of my gear is better than what they're even giving me. Okay, that's an improvement. How much of it can I even equip? I bet I can't wear the helm. Cool. Anything we don't have time for today, I can always do more before Heavensward. I have it slated for that week, but if we have to spend part of Monday going over other stuff, that's fine. Your presence before me indicates you've seen the visitor. Have you aught to show for your deeds? I ought. Ah, the skull of Greywain. Old warrior of the Dravanian horde. It is said that in ages past he could bring down a castle with a single breath. His strength has dwindled since those days, but a dragon past his prime is a formidable foe nonetheless. In slaying him, you have proven worthy of this. You also have a dragon on your shoulder, which I think is of note here. You now possess 4 pieces of the armor of the Justinian myself and our forebears did wear, while you doubtless wonder about the 5th. I can tell you that is not mine to give. Fear not, your triumphs in the trials against the dragon of the Horde give evidence that Drachen blood now resonates with yours, yet you stand before me as prepared for your ultimate challenge as any could be. And yet, before we proceed, I would hear it from your own lips. The Great Worm's power is the stuff of legends. Have you truly resolved to fight this battle, to risk your own life, to deliver a foreign land from the clutches of its ancient foe? When you are certain that your mind is settled, return and speak to me.
I'm ready now.
Oh, immediately ready to join your strength to Estinians. One lance meeting another lance. That Ishgard might be free from the rage of the Great Worm forevermore. That you may both plunge the entire lengths of your lances into that dragoon together. Well, then I shall honor my promise. You have the full use of your powers by the time we are done. Before we begin, there is something I must needs confess. You will recall the tale of my battle with Nidhogg 20 years past, and how the power of the dragon left me on account of the injuries I sustained. What I said was an untruth. The power did not abandon me, Meteor. It was I who abandoned it. Being derived from our mortal enemies, the power of the Azure Dragoon is a double-edged sword. A sword with two edges. A sword whose edge may be considered doubled. Even as it lends us the strength we need to smite dragons, it heightens our communication with the creatures, rendering our minds more susceptible to their seduction than ordinary men. It may sound erotic, much of which we say will, but it is not. Even as I buried my lance deeply, powerfully, in one thrust after another of Nidhogg's flesh, our gazes locked, mine eyes and his met with a look that would fair impale a man. In that instance, I found myself assailed by a torment of emotions not mine own. They washed over me with a warmth unexpected. I could not hold myself back. Sorrow, rancor, pity. They threatened to drown the man in me and leave behind a dragon, fearing that I might turn traitor. I chose to purge myself of the power that the eye had bestowed upon me, thus regaining lucidity. I was able to root this grievously wounded Nidhogg. Alas, countless of his brethren remained, as if to mock me. They fell upon Ferndale with a vengeance, bereft of my power. It was all I could do to save but one child. Nary a soul knows this, not even Estinian, but I can keep him in the dark no longer. At our last meeting, Estinian said that protecting Ishgard and exacting revenge upon Nidhogg are as one to him. That frame of mind, I fear, may well lead to his demise. The desire to protect and the desire to avenge are opposing forces that can ill be reconciled. Worse, the latter serves only to cloud his sense of self. When Estinian and I meet, I intend to confess all. Though it means the loss of his good opinion, the outcome of the coming battle, and his very life may well depend upon his readiness to relinquish his powers. Never allow yourself to forget the origin of your strength. Ever does the dragon lurk behind your eyes, biding its time, ready to claim you for its own. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will find yourself in its vice-like clutches. So forewarned, let us return your present endeavor. My promise to Estinian was that I would impart unto you the technique that will mark you as a true Azure Dragoon. If you would know the truth, however, this knowledge is not within my power to bestow. No, you must claim the technique, much as you claim the fourth piece of armor you bear, by proving yourself in battle with the dragons whose power you would unite with your own. I entrust you with this flute once more. Take it to the southwest province and point and blow this flute hard for one single note. By locking wills with your adversary and prevailing, you will prove yourself worthy to champion the cause to which your lance is sworn. The dragon within you shall awaken. It feels like Sir Albrecht is just waiting for one of us to say giggity. Like, it just feels like... The amount of innuendo in this quest is nuts. All right, let's blow this flute. It's just a long and drawn out amount of innuendo, you know? It's just hard to ignore. Alright. And we're done. And it feels like the more the quest goes on, like the longer and harder it is to ignore the innuendo, you know? It is good to see you safely returned. I take from your bearing that the engagement went favorably. It did. Here's a draconian flute. You left this place as a man, Meteor. You return as a dragoon. There is no more for me to teach you. From here, your battle is yours and yours alone. Now you must recall me saying the fifth and final piece of the Drachen Armor was not mine to give. However, that is not wholly true. I could guide you in the direction of that which you seek. That said, I have reservations. The sheer power of the dragon housed within is such that a great many of your Azure forebears, myself among them, have proven hopelessly incapable of wielding it. But I do not doubt what I see. I, within you, has awakened a strength that has forever eluded the likes of me. If you are not worthy of wearing the armor, then I know none who are. Remember my warning to you, Meteor, and heed it well. Nidhogg is a lord among his kind. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will surely fall under his thrall. Before you can master your foe, you must needs master yourself. Hone your lance arm till it can bear no further honing. Use that arm over and over until it is sore. You find one arm may be stronger than the other. Then present yourself to me when the time has come. And come it will. I will tell you what you need to know. I look forward to our next meeting, my young dragoon. I'm ready. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. Come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm ready now.